welcome to the Verb Circus. My name is Kyle Millar, and I'm joined by two brand new guests today. It's always exciting. It's always fun to have new guests on the program, starting from scratch. Do you know that expression, Mila? Mila?
Mira que...
To start from scratch. Have you ever heard that? Empezar desde cero.
Yes.
To start
Yes.
from scratch. And yes, Mila, ladies and gentlemen, the formal introduction. Mila is with us today. Great to have you.
Thank you.
And who's with you today, Mila?
This is Pilar.
Pilar, correct. Nice to have you. You're not the first Pilar. You're the second Pilar to be on the program.
Really?
That's right. We had, a little while ago, we had another Pilar. So welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good, great. Are you excited about the Verb Circus?
Of course, I'm excited.
Okay, good, and you should be. Ask Mila why she wants to improve her English. Ask her why.
Why do you want to improve your English?
Because I don't know how to speak, and I need to improve my English and speak fluently and communicate with the other people.
Sure. Do you need it for your job?
No, not for my job, but for fun and for know something new.
Sure, and of course, it's always good when you travel to know English.
Yes,
it helps you, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Do you need English for your job, Pilar?
Not really, but maybe some. Yeah, it's possible to that I will need it.
Okay, and
sometime.
you're an actress, I understand, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Okay, well, we'll get to know our guests more. In each program, we'll talk a bit more about our guests, but let's get started first by introducing our verb of the day. Here it comes. To make and do. Oh boy, we have two verbs. Two verbs for the price of one today on the Verb Circus. Two of my favorites as well. In Spanish, you say hacer, but in English, you can say make or do. And this causes a lot of problems for people, don't you find, Pilar?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, but not for you?
No, yes, sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
It could really.
All right. Well, first, let's consider the conjugation of today's verb. So, the verb to make. Mila, can you conjugate that verb for me?
Yes, every day I make.
Yeah?
Yesterday I made.
Correct?
Lately I have made.
Made. That's right. Every day I make. Yesterday I made. Lately I have made. Made. Not made, but made. Okay? Great. And the verb to do. Very important verb. Can you conjugate that verb for me?
Yes. Every day I do. Yesterday I did, and eventually.
Lately?
Lately, no, sorry. Lately, I have done.
Okay, I have done. Very good. Okay, let's take a look at the uses first of the verb to make. The verb to make basically is, generally speaking, to fabricate or to create, or also obligar, to make. Okay, so first to make something, to create something. Okay, do you make pies, Mila?
Yes, I make. I do.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Yes, I do.
I make pies.
Yes, I make pies.
Okay, do you know how to make tortilla, Spanish omelet? Do you know how to make it?
Yes, I know how to make it. Yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. As you should. If you live in Spain, you should know how to make a tortilla or a Spanish omelet. Sure. Okay, to do. Next, we have the verb to do, which is generally to carry out processes or procedures, right? To do something, to do a job. Okay, for example. Okay, I'm here today because I'm just doing my job. But it's also important to know that we have many exceptions. Okay, we have many different exceptions. For example, to make the bed. We say, to make the bed. To make noise. Do your neighbors make a lot of noise?
Not really.
No?
No. They are very good people.
They don't make a lot of noise?
Not really.
Okay. To make a discovery. Have you ever made an important discovery?
Not really.
Not really? But okay, give me a full
I
answer.
don't
No,
make.
Kyle, I've never.
No, Kyle, I've never made an important discovery.
Okay, we have a lot of exceptions. Also, to do the dishes, for example. to do something, to do nothing, to make noise, to make a mistake. There are a lot of exceptions and they require memorization, okay? But I think we should start now by moving into our first challenge and putting our contestants to the test with the translation challenge. All right, it is time for the translation challenge. Here's where things start to get fun, Mila. Are you excited about this?
Very excited.
Good. Very excited.
Very excited.
Yes, I'm excited. This is important. I'm excited because the translation challenge is exciting.
Yes.
Right? Exciting is always the cause. Excited is the what you feel.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
So let me just describe how this works, just so that you remember. You should know by now, but you will see the sentence in Spanish. Tres opciones en inglés en pantalla, y tú en casa tienes que elegir la respuesta correcta entre las tres para ganar 5 puntos. Okay?
Okay.
You'll have 5 seconds. Okay? Are you ready for number 1?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's hear number 1.
Ella hace el trabajo mejor que él.
Okay. Option A, she makes work better than him. Option B, she does the job better than him. And option C, she does work better than him. 5 seconds. Grab your thing. You have 5 seconds to choose.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but both of you, you got to choose yours as well, Pilar.
Oh,
You gotta
me
choose.
too.
Yeah,
Okay,
grab it.
okay, sorry.
Just grab it and hold it.
Okay, okay.
Don't show your answer. But okay, let's go to Mila first. What did you choose, Mila?
I think C.
Mila says C. Okay. And Pilar? You've got to show me what you've got. You got to show me what you've got. You say B. Okay, so Mila says C. You can't change it now. Okay, keep it in your hand.
Okay.
And you say B. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is B. So that is 5 points for Pilar.
Thank
So
you.
can you repeat the
trabajo.
sentence? Read the sentence,
Yeah.
please.
She does the job better than him.
She does the job better than him. Yes. Okay. She does work. No, it's not work. We said el trabajo.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is the job. Okay. Let's hear example number 2.
Hago la cama cada mañana.
Okay. Option A. I make the bed tomorrow. Option B. I do the bed every morning. And option C. I make my bed every morning. 5 seconds. Quickly. That's the 5 seconds. You got to choose it within 5 seconds, Mila. Okay. Okay, what did you choose, Mila? What did you choose?
C.
Mila says C. Okay, very good. And Pilar?
C too.
Also C.
Yes.
The ladies have both chosen C. Do you trust them? I don't know if I trust them, but with this one, yes, you can. Give them each 5 points. Correct answer. The answer is C, but I need you to say it, Mila. I need you to say the sentence.
I make my bed every morning.
I make my bed.
Make my bed every morning.
Okay, that's 5 points for both of them. Good job. Let's hear number 3.
Ella hace tartas deliciosas.
All right. Como mi madre. She makes delicious pies. And maybe you too. You make. Mila, you said you make. Are they delicious?
Yes. Ooh, very delicious.
Option A, she makes delicious pies. Option B, she does the pies delicious. And option C, she does delicious pies. You have 5 seconds.
Me?
It's always going to be you, Mila. We're always going to go to the red. What have you got for us? Let's take a look. Mila says A. Is she right? Is she right?
I think so.
Okay, so you have A as well. Okay, Pilar says A as well. Hopefully you have A as well because they are correct for 5 points each. Good job, but Pilar, I need you to say it for me. I need you to repeat it for me, Pilar.
Yes, of course. She makes delicious pies.
She makes delicious pies. Ask her if she makes delicious pies.
Do you make delicious pies?
Yes, absolutely. I do.
I do.
I make delicious pies.
Delicious.
Delicious pies.
Delicious. Delicious pies. Very good.
Delicious pies.
All right, let's hear example number 4.
Él hizo un gran trabajo en el proyecto.
Okay. Option A. He did grand work in the project. Option B. He worked very well on the project. And option C. He did a great job on the project. 5 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
Mila, what's the answer?
I think it's a C.
I think it's C.
It's C.
Okay. And yourself? C as well. If you have guessed C, give yourself 5 points because they're both correct. He did a great job. He did a great job on the project. Okay, that's worth 5 points. Good job. And you've done a good job on the first round. Good job. Let's take a look at our scores after the first round. We have Mila with 15 points and Pilar with 20 points. Good job. All right, let's move on now to take a look at our other uses. All right, in our other uses section, we have the structure to make it. To make it. What does that mean, to make it? Do you know what that means?
I think
Not just to make something like to make the pie, but he really made it.
pues que lo consiguió.
Conseguir hacer algo, to make it, to achieve your goals, okay? To achieve your goals or to achieve success in your field, right? There's a guy named Bill Gates. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
And he started this company and he really made it with his company, right?
Really made it.
Yeah, he made it. He was successful. He had this goal and he really made it. He really made something of himself as well. He really made it. He really achieved his goals, okay? So if your goal is, you know, if you have a goal to start a company, for example, and finally you work hard, you achieve it, you could say, wow, he really made it, okay?
Okay.
What about, for example, a famous musician who has really made it? Who's a famous musician who has really made it? Maybe someone in Spain who maybe was not so famous, but then they've made it. Can you think of anyone?
A Spanish one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I prefer, you know, English music.
Okay, well, think of a
American
musician
music,
maybe who you're kind of surprised that but they became very famous. Can you think of one?
Spanish one.
Spanish.
Well, whatever. For example,
Well, Serrat.
Serrat.
Joan Manuel
Okay, so
Serrat.
he really made it. He became famous, right? And sometimes people are, you know, people aren't expected to become famous, but they have success and they really make it, right? They overcome all odds and they make it. Okay, so that's our other uses, to make it, to be successful in your field. Let's move on now to round 2 of the translation challenge. All right, here we are in round 2 of our challenge, and the challenge is the same, except instead of 5 points, now we're playing for 10. We're doubling up. The stakes are being raised, Pilar. Okay, and Mila, are you ready? Means there's a bit more at play here. 10 points per question. Let's hear example number 1.
No se nos permitió elegir.
Okay, option A. They didn't let us do the decision. Option B. He didn't let us make the choice. And option C. We weren't allowed to make the choice. 5 seconds. Very quick. Okay.
I think C.
And she says the answer is C. Okay. And Pilar, what do you think the answer is? What have you got? She says C as well. Well, read that sentence first. Read it off there. What does it say? Repeat the sentence.
We weren't allowed to make the choice.
It's passive voice. It's the passive. We weren't allowed to make the choice. And that's the correct answer. So 10 points for both of them. Hopefully at home you have guessed that as well. We weren't allowed to make the choice, right? It's not an active, it's passive. We weren't allowed to make the choice. Okay, let's hear example number 2.
No lo he hecho desde hace años.
All right. Option A. I haven't done it for years. Option B. I haven't made one for years. And option C. I haven't done it since years ago. 5 seconds. Quickly, 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 quickly. Okay. You have to have that in your hand before the bell. That's the bell, Pilar. When the bell rings, you got to have it in your hand, all right, if you want the points. Let's take a look. Mila.
I think it's A.
Mila says A. Okay. I haven't done it for years. Okay. And yourself? A as well. Can you repeat the sentence, please?
I haven't done. Oh, the A, sorry. I haven't done it for years.
I haven't done it. I haven't done it. I haven't done it. At home, repeat. I haven't done it for years. That's a correct answer. Good job. Give yourself 10 points. All right. Let's hear example number 3.
No hemos hecho la oferta aún.
All right. Option A. We haven't made the offer still. Option B. We haven't made the offer yet. And option C. We already haven't done the offer. 5 seconds. Was that easy, Mila?
I think so.
Piece of cake?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Easy, Kyle. Was it easy?
Or am I wrong?
Was it easy?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, what's the answer, Mila?
I think it's B.
Okay. Do you think she has the right answer as well? Do you think Pilar has?
Do you think this?
Well, what do you think? Do you think that Pilar has the same answer?
Yes, I think.
All right. Well, let's see what you have. Let's see what you have. Hold it up. All right. Okay. They both say B, and they're both right. That's 10 points. All right. That's 10 points for both of them. Hopefully, you said B. We haven't made the offer yet. Present perfect. Okay. Aún in the negative. Yet. We haven't made the offer yet. Remember, siempre en voz alta en casa. It's always good to repeat out loud at home, okay? Let's hear example number 4.
Él hacía su mejor trabajo a principios de los años 80.
Maybe Bruce Springsteen, for example?
For example.
For example. Okay, option A. He did his best work at the start of the 80s years. Option B. He was doing his best job at the start of the 80s. And option C, he was doing his best work in the early 80s. 5 seconds. Okay. What do you think, Mila? Did you think you have it right?
C.
C. Are you confident in that answer?
More or less. More
or less. Okay, and Pilar? Pilar says B. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is C.
Ooh.
So that is 10 points for Mila.
No, it's okay.
But you said B. You should be at the start of the 80s. But no, at the start of the 80s. At the start of the 80s or in the early 80s, right? We say in the early 80s. So maybe we're talking about Bruce Springsteen, for example. He was doing his best work in the early 80s. Can you repeat that for me? He was doing his best work.
He was
in the
doing
early
his
80s.
best work in the early 80s.
In the early 80s.
Early.
In the early 80s.
early
All right. Good job. Let's take a look at our scores, having finished 2 rounds of the translation challenge. We have Mila, who has jumped into the lead there with 55 points. Well done, Mila. And Pilar right behind with 50 points, but we're just getting started here. All right, well done, ladies. And that's a great job. Let's move on now to our expression of the day. Our expression of the day is to make do with. Here we have make and do. Perfect expression for today's show, isn't it? To make do with. What does that mean? Do you know what that means, Mila?
To make do with.
To make do with. Do you know what that means?
No. I don't know.
It's the same as the expression to get by, apañarse con. For example, to make do with. For example, if all day I had nothing to eat, I only had a small sandwich, I had to make do with only one sandwich all day. I was starving. Or I could say I had no money left. I only had €5 for the whole week. I had to make do. I had to survive. I had to do as well as I possibly can with limited resources. So to make do with. Okay. Like a lot of artists, sometimes if they're not very successful, they have to make do with very little money, right? For example, to make do with. Okay, and that is our expression of the day. It's time to move on now to my favorite part of the show, the speed round. All right. Mila, you look a bit nervous there.
Yes, I am.
They're both. Are you nervous as well?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit nervous. This is my favorite part of the show. This is where things get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the speed round. Here, I ask you I give you the answer, and you ask the question. Okay, and you have to pay attention to the information in red on the screen. Tienes que formar la pregunta pidiendo la información que sale en rojo en pantalla. Okay? And remember, we'll have 2 minutes. And remember, do not touch the button until I say go. Okay? And remember, aquí restamos puntos por tus errores. Okay? Are you ready to start? Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, I am.
Are you ready? Okay, we got our 2 minutes. Let's start the clock. I did it because they paid me. Go. Mila.
Why did you did it?
Wrong answer. That is -10. Pass or play. Pass or play, Pilar.
Why did
Oh, you got to hit the button. Okay.
Why did you do it?
Correct. That is 10 points for Pilar, -10 for Mila. Let's move on to example number 2. I've made 3 pies so far this week. Go. Mila again.
How many pies did you make this week?
Wrong answer. -10. Pass or play.
How many pies have you made so far this week?
Correct answer. That is 10
I
points for
forget
Pilar,
that.
-10 for Mila. It's present perfect. How many pies have you made so far this week? Present perfect.
I can't.
I'll explain
Okay.
later. Number 3. Number 3. We're in the speed round. I do crossword puzzles when I'm on the train. When I'm on the train. Go. I do crossword puzzles when I'm on the train. Go. Pilar.
No digo nada.
What do you do when you are on the train?
Wrong answer. Remember, you have to ask for the information in red. Pass or play.
No, no.
Okay, she
I
passes.
don't.
She passes. Okay. When do you do crossword puzzles? When I'm on the train. When do you do crossword puzzles would be the correct question.
I didn't understand.
Next example. The general manager made the soldiers march. Okay, we're out of time. Excuse me. The general made the soldiers march. We're out of time. It would have been, who made the soldiers march? Who made the soldiers march would have been the question there. But we ran out of time. Whew, I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
Me too.
Let's take a look at our scores after the first round of the speed round. Let's see where we stand. Let's see the scores.
¿Qué va?
And Mila with 35 points. Pilar has moved ahead with 60 points. It's intense. It's very intense, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet, ladies. We have 1 more minute of the speed round, okay? And the game is exactly the same. Let's put another minute. There it is. Another minute on the clock. And we're going to continue, okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Mila, are you ready?
Yes.
Take a deep breath. Okay, let's go. He made the soldiers march for 6 hours. Go. Nobody?
How?
Okay, pass, pass. How long did he make the soldiers march? Okay, next example. I make a living as a carpenter. Go. Pilar.
How do you make a living?
Correct, that's 10 points. How do you make a living? Ganarse la vida, to make a living. How do you make a living? Good. Next example. I made him do it because no one else knew how. Go. Pilar again.
Why did you make him do it?
Correct. Why did you make him do it? Why did you make him do it?
Por favor.
Why did you make him do it? Okay. We're out of time.
Yo quieta que juego.
Okay, all right, okay. Let's take a look at the scores. Let's take a look at the scores. The ladies are having a lot of fun. That's good. Let's take a look at the scores after the second speed round. Pilar has 80 points, and Mila with 35 points. Well, we're finished for today. You've both done very well. As you can see, anything's possible here in the speed round. You've both done very well. I hope you've done well at home, and I want to remind you que podéis volver a concursar con las mismas preguntas del programa de hoy a través de nuestra página web aquí, aprendeinglés.com. I have a few prizes for our contestants today. They've done a great job, and I'm going to give them these CDs.
You.
Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Our contestants today will receive the Verb Circus Volume 1 from our friends at Vaughn Radio. This is 10 hours of audio, 20 programs of the Verb Circus, available at baugantienda.com. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time on the Verb Circus.
Bye-bye.